Good evening, folks. What's going on? What's up, PM Collector Boy? What's up, Satellite, Mizrahi, Loader High, Ball of Work? Hi, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're doing well. I'm hanging in there, man. Today was draining. Today was a lot, but I'm here. I made it. It didn't beat me, chat. I'm still got it, I guess. What's up, Deep Thought? Good to see you. Good evening, good evening. Educate me. Is positive combustion the counterpart to the spontaneous human sword? Yeah, that one is pretty negative. Now, I guess constructive might have been a better word to use. We're gonna have a very positive immolation experience tonight. We're gonna set something on fire, and it's gonna be great. Because that is the magic of Final Fantasy IV, and I'm looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to this all day. I've been eager to just dive face first into some more all-encompassing nostalgia, relive my childhood, forget everything else going on. So I hope you're all doing good. I hope wherever you are in the world and whatever it is you've been up to lately has all been working out for you. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to report on today. I was busy. There was a lot going on today. Yeah, I'm hanging in there. That's kind of the best I can hope for on any given day. Things are tough right now, but I'm pulling through, at least. So I think this is nothing against Grim Dawn. I think I might be done with Grim Dawn for the time being. Last couple of days, I've been working through my third endgame character. And I feel like maybe I've just put enough time into it for the time being. So I may be rolling on to something else soon. But we'll see. I didn't have time today. I was booked solid today, but I think I might. It's probably not the most exciting news in the world, but I might go back to Titan Quest 2 because they just got their second act added a couple weeks ago, and I've really been wanting to check that out because I think Titan Quest 2 has a lot of promise. I really like what they've got so far in early access, and I want to see how they're expanding upon that. So I'm still in an ARPG mood. It's just I think I've mined out Grim Dawn really hard. I took one brand new character from 0 to 100 and beat most of the stuff in the game. I did beat Ultimate, all the main bosses in Ultimate. I rehabbed one of my old characters, got them to 100, beat everything in Ultimate. And I'm on the cusp of doing the same thing with a third brand new character. So basically, in the last couple of weeks, I've gotten 2 characters from 0 to level 100. And then I fixed an old character and got them to 100. But yeah. Pretty good day for you, Mizrahi. Last 2 hours of work was compliance, only took half an hour to do it. I watched Twitch from my couch for the last hour and a bit. Nice, very nice. Also had a long day, drove 12 hours. I'll probably go to sleep in a moment or two when I stay. Well, I appreciate that deep thought. Thank you for that. It's good to see you. On the daily, I'm hearing the world is going to end, so I get you. Thanks, Beth. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's getting harder and harder just to look at headlines. Not what I want to be hearing. Fury Fighter, that's what I want to hear. Thank you so much for subscribing for 47 months, dude. Clever comment. Haha, sensible chuckle. Took you a lot longer to get to this point than me. No matter how much you love an RPG, there'll come a point where there's nothing left but the grind. Yeah, and I am, at the very core of my being, I'm a very moody gamer. I've never been able to stick with something for more than, I mean, it sounds insane, but like a couple hundred hours. The longest stretch I've ever played a game for was I spent the better part of a year playing Marvel Heroes. back during its peak, and I ended up sinking like 600 hours into that game, and that is by far the longest stretch I've ever put into one single game, and I honestly don't think I will ever top that again. I may, as the years go by and more content is added, because they ain't done with it, I may, in theory, top that with Grim Dawn or possibly another game. But I wouldn't expect it, honestly. Gotta move on if the dopamines are running dry, yeah. I mean, I've just played it a lot lately. I have... Let me see here. What's my current hour count? 264 hours in Grim Dawn. Not all recent. Let's see. What have I done lately? I'm averaging like 20 to 30 hours of it a week, I think. What do you suppose your cumulative lifetime hours are in that Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Okay, yeah, that... Let's say conservatively, let's say an hour a day. An hour a day, every day, for 5 years. I mean, I know this. I was really into Jetpack Joyride a long time ago, and that keeps track of your hours. And I was, by the time I finally got burned out on that game, I was shocked at how many hours I put in that game. Hundreds, literally hundreds. And I have played Galaxy of Heroes for way longer than that, so. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, phone games are more like Zen gardens to me than actual game experiences. I know there are good and immersive experiences on mobile. I don't want them. I don't want a phone game that is actually going to take my attention. I want a phone game where I can push a couple buttons a day and, like, grow a little bonsai garden of heroes I think are cool. And Galaxy of Heroes is that, and the different KOF games I've played over the years are that. So, yeah, that time adds up. That time absolutely adds up, because there's, you know, there's raids, and there's guild activities, and there's, like, special progression modes and stuff, and I definitely put time into those to keep a pace with new content. And yeah, that time definitely adds up, but, you know, it's a little different. You know, I'm basically setting up a team and then starting a battle and hitting auto and just letting it roll, letting it do its thing. The phone games I like to play feel more like simulations than like tactical things, if that makes sense. I'm kind of doing all the planning and structuring and not a whole lot of the, like, active button pushing there. I don't quite remember how classic Final Fantasy Tactics handled level grinding. In Invisible Chronicles, you can just stand on field stages, span 5 monsters over and over. Unless I'm misremembering, didn't classic version have you go back and forth? It did. It did. You had to wander back and forth between nodes, and it would occasionally randomly jump you with a monster encounter. It was kind of tedious. Working on converting the Wrath of the Righteous campaign to a different rule set. Interesting. Interesting practice. Don't think about how much time I have in Hearthstone. Much of that is bus rides and dog walks. Yeah. Forever grateful that Steam won't track Genshin or Final Fantasy XIV. Apple doesn't track Archaea or Arknights. It's over 9,000! Yeah, I checked time played in World of Warcraft once when I was back on that. I mean, I haven't played World of Warcraft in, like, Christ, over a decade. But I remember it was a big, scary number the last time I checked. Time for Final Fantasy IV, oh my god! Good evening, Chaos. It's good to see you. Buy more and more games on GOG nowadays, just so my Steam friends will never learn the ungodly amount of hours I spend on some games. Some company basically was sick of waiting and decided to make the sequel to Parasite Eve. We all just... Oh yeah, I heard about that. I hope it works out. I hope it's a good one. Because yeah, Parasite Eve went places in its own franchise, and they're places most people don't want to follow, I think. So. Yeah, I don't know, chat. I'm still in an RPG mood. I think I've just burned out a bit on Grim Dawn, and it's through no fault of Grim Dawn itself. I've just played it so much lately, so I think most likely I'm gonna go back to Titan Quest, maybe roll up another character and run through all the content that's in it right now. Or I did enjoy the little bit of V Rising I played last Friday. I may take a serious swing at that. We'll see. We'll see. Had a long day today. I had therapy, and both my kids had therapy. I'm ready for some comfy therapy. God, yeah, I know. It's been a rather rough day for me, admittedly. I'm pretty wrung out emotionally. So this is exactly what I need. Just cast me straight back to my childhood. Just purge the thoughts from my brains. Head empty. Only classic JRPG. So why don't I remind y'all of the schedule and what's going on, and we'll get to it, because I wanna accomplish things, chat. I wanna go places. I wanna do things. Most of what we did last night was what we did that night on the Power Hours, where we just randomly played some Final Fantasy IV. So it was a lot of retreading ground that y'all had already seen. So tonight's all fresh. It's all good. We're starting from the Antlion Cave and going from there. And I'm curious to see how far we'll get from there. Final Fantasy... I feel like Final Fantasy IV kind of kicks into high gear pretty fast. But hopefully you'll see that as we go. Did my FNAF Spiral, and there's pixel art. There's a pixel art FNAF roguelike. Interesting. Parasite Eve and The Ring are top 1 and 2 for video game adaptations, novels, and video games went place. They're insane and no one likes them. Which is a rather exclusive club when you get down to it, but certainly notable in their own right. Also, good evening, Laricha Spiso. Good to see you. 4 is probably your favorite overall, just the purest expression of the franchise. As far as rankings go, and yes, we will probably talk about this every single night that I play a Final Fantasy game, not just 4. 4 is my third favorite, after 6 and 10. And I will happily explain my predilections there. But I will say 4 is the coziest. I think 6 is the best overall. There's a lot of things about 10 that I really, really like, that I think put it ahead of a lot of other ones. But 4 is, I think, the most comfortable one for me. It is the everything about its aesthetic. And again, a lot of this is nostalgia talking. A lot of this is like when I played it and how I played it and the memories I have of it. But it is just like, its aesthetic is just perfectly cozy to me. It is so nice. Remember some mobile port? What was the US's first exposure to Final Fantasy V? I think it was on PlayStation? I think there was a compilation dick. I think it was Final Fantasy V and 6 rolled together. I think that was the first official opportunity that Western fans had to experience 5. And I also think it was... I remember hearing it was suboptimal because of the loading times on the PlayStation. Compilation Richard, just going. What's up, Doppelganger? You said the naughty! Yeah, I remember around that time they released... Yeah, Final Fantasy V and 6 on PlayStation. They also re-released Chrono Trigger, I think. And yeah, same deal. The PlayStation version of Chrono Trigger is bad because it was Chrono Trigger plus loading times, which you don't need. So I can't believe where Parasite Eve 3 went. Losing your clothes when you take damage. Plot twist at the end makes it so much worse. Yeah. Has some definite issues. However. Why? Because the Super NES versions didn't need load times. So putting out a new version that added load times to them was not ideal. PSX version of Chrono Trigger was the first one we got with the anime cutscenes included, so that was your trade-off. I mean, in retrospect, not a very good trade-off, but I don't think we knew at the time that you'd be able to just look that shit up on YouTube. Had the DS version of Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is bundled with 4, I think, and Final Fantasy 1 and 2 is Origins. Yeah, I have the Final Fantasy 1 and 2 remakes on GBA, and they are not good. That was how that's how I first experienced Final Fantasy 2, and yeah. Also, I hate that version of Final Fantasy 1. Absolutely despise it. Yeah, there was no YouTube at the time, so yeah. Personally, I didn't find the load times bad at all, but I mean, look, I have the SNES versions of all of these. I didn't need PlayStation remakes, and that was all I heard about the PlayStation remakes, was they had load times and it sucked. Interesting. So anyway, let me remind you of the schedule and we'll get going. Tonight, of course, is Final Fantasy IV. What we used to know as Final Fantasy II. Tomorrow night will be the same. This is ostensibly our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday game until we finish it, or if I decide to just spontaneously take a break and slip something else in there, I feel well within my rights of doing that. Let's see. Thursday is not the Power Hours. It's our SNES import night. So if there are any SNES games you're curious about or that you really, really like and you want to get them up here for mine and everyone else's consideration, you can request it with channel points. I am not limiting people to one request per person. Just be aware that I'm going to play at least one request from each person who requests stuff before I start getting into multiple requests from a single person. So you've got until the end of tomorrow night's stream to get in your submissions too, so you don't need to rush or anything. Friday is going to be something, I don't know what, some kind of variety thingy thing. And then Saturday will be the Power Hours. We will start the November 1995 issue and see where that takes us. We're almost done with 1995, chat. Perish the thought. You thought 1995 was extreme. Wait till you see 96. 1996 is going to be a bit overwhelming, I think. This Final Fantasy II is a huge ball, not a scythe, and Seaside no special abilities, Dark Knight. We liked it. We did, damn it. Yeah, it was the dumb idiot baby version of Final Fantasy IV for Westerners, and I love it. I don't begrudge it that in the least. I think it helped me, honestly. I think it helped kind of get me more into the Final Fantasy franchise, because I had Final Fantasy 1. I never beat it as a kid. I think I mentioned this to y'all, but yeah, I grew up with Final Fantasy 1 and just being terrible at it. I was fascinated by it. I loved it, but I couldn't get anywhere in it. The furthest I ever got as a kid on NES Final Fantasy 1 was I could get to the Marsh Cave with 4 fighters, but the wizards in the basement guarding the crown would just, like, smack my ass down every single time. I came back in, I want to say high school, and beat it. And I've beaten it a couple times over the course of my life. Ironically, I did not beat it when I streamed it, because I did a meme build of only mages, which honestly works pretty okay until the final dungeon, and then the final dungeon just annihilates you. The final dungeon severely punishes you for your hubris. So you'll just have to trust me on that one. But Final Fantasy II, what we now know as Final Fantasy IV, I beat this as a kid. It took me a long time. Like, this is... Actually, this is kind of important. I don't think I mentioned this before. This is the game that taught me how to play JRPGs. It taught me what I needed to do. You know, it taught me how to handle different theme dungeons. It taught me how to discern what the good spells are and what the useless spells are. It taught me when and how I need to grind, and it taught me to go exploring for side stuff when you reach that open point at the very end of the game. So that's another element of why I love this game so much. It was basically my education in the JRPG genre. So when I did get to my favorite one, when I did get to Final Fantasy III, what we now know as Final Fantasy VI, I knew what I was doing. And it was much smoother sailing through that game, and I was able to beat my first playthrough of that with a lot less stress than this one took. I was stuck. I do remember I was stuck on the final boss of this game for weeks in this. What's up, Shadows? Good to see you. I'm getting stuck in the goddamn ice cave. Someone tells me PC gamers are thinking of spectacle fighters. They were harsh against both Stellar Blade and Ninja Gaiden 4. No kidding. Somehow wrote my mostly non-gamer partner playing Final Fantasy 1. I mean, it is, like, RPGs can be a really good entry point for non-gamers just because of the story focus and the slower pace. Chaos, this is the first JRPG that you finished. Get a reprieve from the Lakers playing like straight. So I've been thinking about it. I wonder how much success the Final Fantasy series would have had in America. The second entry of the series received in Japan, Final Fantasy 2. I think it probably would have followed a similar arc to Dragon Quest if they had done that. I think what they ended up doing, going from 1 to 4, I think really, really helped the franchise. Did a bug in Final Fantasy 1 keep some spells at 0% chance of working? Yeah. There is a lot of busted shit in Final Fantasy 1. Including one entire class that doesn't work the way it's supposed to. That being the Thief class, which I play anyway because I'm a stubborn asshole. And yeah, it's not disqualifying. They're not unusable. They're just way worse than they should be. And yeah, Monk's stat scaling is insane in that game. Monks are hilarious in Final Fantasy 1. Once you get going, holy shit. Spells didn't scale from int at all, speed stat, was all kinds of broken, yeah. Oh god, man. Yeah, speed was like the only thing that mattered in Final Fantasy 1. Because it would get you bonus attack. And it was so easy. It was so, like, fast? Like, the fast spell that you get at, like, tier 4 was just busted good. Like, you would just cast that in your melee on your melee characters, and they would get like 12 attacks a turn and just like instant kill bosses. Honestly, that's why I love it. It's a big reason why I love NES Final Fantasy now, because it's busted. Because if you know what you're doing, you can just break that game over your knee, and that is so satisfying. It's why I don't like the GBA remake. The GBA remake is much more balanced and much more challenging, and that sucks. I don't want to be challenged. I want to cast fast on my knight and watch them one-shot chaos. No offense. Final Fantasy 1 party had a thief. It was the only one that could run consistently. So you Thief in my games, I like them conceptually. They have a good chance of running from battles, plus they get spells after class change. Yes, yeah, Thief promotes to Ninja. which is the melee. It's the melee class change that gets black magic. And some of that is really, really useful. When do I get Oz to do a Final Fantasy? Oh, for Job Fiesta? Maybe. Maybe. I like 5. I like 5 well enough. I don't know if I like it enough to do like challenge runs and stuff. What about your pride and accomplishment? Fuck that shit. 42 years old. I have a wife and 2 kids and a mortgage. I have nothing to prove to anybody anymore. I'm here to enjoy myself, god damn it. And that's exactly what we're gonna do tonight. That is what we're gonna do. I've talked to you about the schedule. I've reminded you of what I need to remind you of. Let's get to it. This is in no way, shape, or form me cutting off discussion because it's a Final Fantasy game. It's a Final Fantasy game that I know inside and out. It is not going to interrupt the discussion in the least. So, please continue. So it depends on my mood. I want to play slightly more serious Final Fantasy. I want to go PS1 over GBA. PS1 isn't balanced under the assumption to do 30 super bosses right before the final dungeon. That makes me so mad. Yeah, oh, that song was from Final Fantasy V. That's funny. We were just listening to a Final Fantasy V track. Haha. Yeah, the balance in GBA Final Fantasy 1 just pisses me off so bad. I hate how hard they made the final boss. Still sad it's gonna be such a long time so you get to play your first Pokemon. I know, man. I know. Sorry. That's how it be. That's how time works. Red mages are kind of OP too. The int stat didn't affect spell power, so red mage had a lot of spell flexibility, no loss in spell power like we would have expected. Yeah. Final offense, sort of see. Most fun I had with Final Fantasy 1 was doing a solo white mage, and like a solo monk run. Didn't need to be more challenging. Yeah, damn. Yeah, just party composition defines so much about that game. But yeah. Anyway, welcome back to Final Fantasy 4. Videos Money in the Bank in VGCW today. Didn't win. Aw. What's up, Justin Brett? So, we are Cecil, the Dark Knight. He did some bad things, like steal a crystal from some wizards, and he felt really bad about that. And the King of Baron didn't like him feeling bad about that. So he sent him and his hot buddy Kane to take a package, not Kane, to the village of Mist, which turned out to be a bomb, and it killed everybody. Including Rydia's mom. Hi, this is Rydia. Cecil dragged her out of the ruins of her village after she destroyed the place with the Titan summon. And she's kind of warming up to him. It's a little weird, maybe a little Stockholm Syndrome-y, but they're making it work. They ran into Tella in the flooded, watery subterranean passage. He was looking for his daughter Anna, who ran away with a spoony bard. This motherfucker. Anna died. She took a face full of arrows for him because she just loved him so much. Tella's pissed off, is going after some guy named Golbez, who's apparently the new leader of the Red Wings after Cecil got demoted to errand boy. Right now, we're on a quest to murder an antlion so we can get a sand ruby, which is a magical healing item that can heal Cecil's sweetheart Rosa, who wandered through the desert looking for him because she was so worried about him and got really sick. Womp womp. So anyway, let's go kill some wildlife for fun and profit. That ocean sprite's some good shit. It is, man. It is. All right. So we got Edward with us. Edward sucks. Edward is, I think, the most useless character in this entire game. Song of Charm. Final Fantasy 2, you call it Final Fantasy 4? I know, it's very confusing. I really should call it by its proper name, Final Fantasy 2, what we now know as Final Fantasy 4. The video game previously known as Final Fantasy 2. This version of the game, Edward is absolutely dead weight and a liability. Yeah, he sucks. He can play music really hard at things for a tiny pittance of damage. Later, we'll switch him out for a bow, and he'll do slightly more damage. He can sing, which does like charm and sleep effects to a single enemy sometimes. And he can hide. That's it, he can hide. Weeper, Turtle, and Basilisk. I'll let you figure out who's who. Hey there, I always think of a pro Jared bit when I see Edward. The line comes to mind every time is the best thing I ever can do is get the fuck out of my party. Oh yeah, the other really aggravating thing about Edward, when he hits low health, you lose control of him and he just auto hides. He really, really, really sucks. Well, we made that really scary fucking turtle fall asleep for a second until it died. While the guy gives the strength section. Yeah. Basically, Cecil's carrying the party at this point. If I want to pop off with some of Rydia's magic, she can do some real damage. But Edward is not doing anything for us. We have hit Edward with Cecil until we stop being able to take actions and went to perma-hide. Yeah, once... I mean, I'm sure you'll see it because he has fewer hit points than the literal child in our party. Once he hits low health, yeah, he's out of here, man. I meant to put strength. Rita starts being decent here, she just lacks the stats for really having an offensive punch right now. She does, yeah. Fortunately, she's not a liability. She can do useful things. She's just not as useful as you might want her to be. Good basketball game about the one competent dude carrying his entire team to honor streaming an RPG with one competent dude carrying his entire party. Oh, the irony. Oh, Edward can one-shot imps. So good on him, I guess. Kira puts her leagues above Edward. Very true, yes. Basically infinite utility compared to him. Still hate Adult Rydia's redesign the PSP era, like yikes. I haven't seen it. Maybe I shouldn't. I've always wondered about the 3D remake of this game, and if I should experience it. Ow. Ow. Hide! So, oh god, you're gonna die. You know what? Your death is certain. Just drop some money and get the hell out of here. Pudding! DS version is different enough that you may want to play through it. I mean, the 3D remake and the pixel remake of this both interest me. If I wasn't so nostalgia pilled right now, I probably would have done one of those two. But like I keep saying, I wanted something comfortable and familiar. Already got that. Her outfit makes Shantae feel modest. I mean, we talked about Rosa when she showed up. She's basically wearing a combat bikini with shoulder pads and a cape. So yeah, I've always kind of wondered, how does that translate to 3D? Pixel remake was a good time. I guess, okay, my big question then. How do the 3D remake on DS and the pixel remaster compare? Oh, you can't fire things anyway. Pixel remaster certified. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Pixel remaster certified good experience without being dead easy. Other than Final Fantasy V, I don't think I'd like any version of Final Fantasy V. Just not for you, huh? 3D is a much bigger difference. DS Remake has some added content. I think the 3D Remake is the best version of 4 for reasons you'd hate. Huh, okay. DS Remake has some voice acting, wow. Hated Final Fantasy V's tone. There we go. You know what happens when a cream gets struck by lightning? Same thing that happens to everything else. Pixel Remaster feels like a compromise between Super Famicom and PSP. Final Fantasy IV hard type with a few minor quality of life features like invisible AT. Okay, so I guess the Pixel Remaster is much more in Eric Clapton gets mad. It sounds like the Pixel Remaster is much more in line with like the original vision of Final Fantasy IV, whereas the 3D version is like a totally different game made out of its bones. It's an accurate way to say it? Okay. DS Remake is a very challenging game. Require you to use everything the game gives you, like stats, effects, and buffs. Wow. I honestly have like a hard time imagining this is a challenging game. I mean, which isn't to say this doesn't have hard parts. There are certain bosses in this game that if you don't know what you're doing, will fuck you up pretty bad. And I do think the end of this game is pretty hard. I do think the final dungeon, especially the optional content, is pretty hard. So it's kind of crazy to me to imagine a version of this game that's just like harder across the board. Do you think the DS version has by far the best localization and release of Final Fantasy IV? The Steam version of 3D Final Fantasy IV has difficulty select. Okay. One particular boss fight in the DS version is way harder than I expected to be. Actually, really optimistic about Squeenix's future. They've been struggling a while. The Mario RPG remake was so good. Somehow even nailed the OST. Well, that's good to hear. It's a scary time in the game industry in general, so it is heartening to hear that at least some companies are doing okay. Oh boy! Don't make him dreamy, make him charmy. DS version also has some added features, special summon unique to DS. You customize like the ability to slap abilities onto party members, permanent upgrade using gone. That's the augment system I think I've heard of. I think. Pixel Remaster's localization based on the GBA version adds back a few SNES phrases, like caller instead of summoner. Okay. Really obvious secret tunnel. Let's do it, chat. Weepy. Augments are really cool. DS has a lot of fun additions, like after every major plot event, you can see what each character is thinking, which explains upon stuff like pain. That's handy, yeah. Final Fantasy IV DS also has some New Game Plus. You can carry over your augments to New Game Plus. Okay, cool. So Final Fantasy IV DS is harder, and then it lets you play an even harder version once you beat it. Amazing. Quit hating yourself. I should look into getting it, honestly. Oh my god, this encounter rate. It's fine. Everything's fine. Hit a turtle. You're absolutely correct to skip 3D this time. God, don't miss. Absolutely correct to skip 3D this time around. It's worth looking into. Sometimes you don't need a comfort frame. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me. Haha. One thing I appreciate is 3D Final Fantasy IV giving me a little "you struck a weakness" message when you hit one. That's nice. Really hard for remakes to compete with ROM hacks. I really feel like it's an effort thing, you know? I think there's a fair number of remakes out there that kind of give the concept of remakes a bad name. Because it's clear that just not a lot of effort was put into them. Hello. That is surprising. Nice miss. Grew up in this game and very much loved the Pixel Remaster. The only negative thing I've said about the Pixel Remaster is sameness. You played through one Pixel Remaster of a game, you know you played through all of them. Yeah, I've considered picking up the Pixel Remasters for the ones that I haven't really played through. Namely, like, 2 and 3. Like, Japanese 2 and 3. Really just like the Pixel Remasters because the aesthetic is not as cohesive as the other versions, even the gameplay is better. I'm out at Edward having Dracula's HP and the little child Rydia yet. I called it out. I do think it's really funny. Pixel Remaster by far the best version of 2 and 3, especially 3. Yeah, at this point, I really don't need a new version of Final Fantasy 1. NES is my version of Final Fantasy 1. I'm curious about the different renditions of Final Fantasy IV, but I think I'm most curious about the 3D one because it is so different. And I mean, I know this game so well. Final Fantasy VI, I don't know. I'm so attached to the Super NES version of that. And Final Fantasy V, I've only really experienced the fan translated Super NES version. So yeah, the Pixel Remasters of 2 and 3 are the ones that I'm interested in. I don't play vanilla Final Fantasy 1 anymore, I just play randomizers now. I mean, that's entirely fair. I know, Grunt, I know, but... It's one of those things where, like... I never actually learned. What do you do? You save file. I've played 2. Like, I played the GBA remake of 2, and I got like an hour into it and I hated it. And then I wander away from it for a while, and then I'm like, I haven't given Final Fantasy 2 an honest try in a while. Maybe I'll like it more this time. And then I go back and I play it again, and nope, it still sucks. And then a couple more years pass. I do the same thing with Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I don't think I will ever, as much as I want to, I really don't think I will ever like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, but I will keep trying because I can't help myself. Sometimes you just gotta touch the stove. Maybe it's not hot. Yep, that's me. Just slamming my hand right back on that thing every couple of years. I think 2's Pixel Remaster makes it pretty fun. Fixes a lot of its shortcomings. Pixel Remaster 2 removes the terrible decision to make you hate the game mechanics. Just never got into Final Fantasy Tactics. We made it, chat. Almost. Gotta smack around a few weepers first. One thing I don't like so much about the Pixel Remaster of 2 is unlike GBA's 1 additional content, GBA 2's additional content is legit cool. Yeah, no, please go ahead, because I'm never gonna get to the additional content in GBA 2, ever. I know that now. You have to ignore the story in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance and characters. Gameplay is super cool, besides the judge system. It's a lot of caveats there, buddy. It's a lot of caveats. It is great at slapping around weepers. Oh wait, you mean the monsters. This is the lair of Antlion. Oh, worry not. Antlion is tame. I will take the Sand Ruby. The fuck you will. No. Let's go, Rydia. Yeah. This thing always creeped me out, man. That's honestly a pretty fucked up design. How about no? Do you like being lit up? And then the antlion ate Edward and nothing of value was lost. You know what? You know what? Just heal yourself. Just hang out, man. We don't really need you for this. Just chill. Show's great as long as you didn't muscle through the first season and ignore the script and acting and ideas. Sing! Smacko. I forgot. Chocobo Summon does a shitload of damage. Lullaby. I don't think it actually worked. So say Final Fantasy Tactics Advance your favorite of them. Love the graphic style they went with. The music audio is perfect. Best job skill system yet. I love the look of it. I honestly think it's one of the best looking games on GBA. I just hate playing it. I'm sorry. I wish I didn't, but I can't do it, man. What does a giant antlion do for the local ecosystem, I wonder? Poop out magic healing rubies, apparently. GBA versus additional content, you play as the characters that get killed off within the Afterlife 2 saying, oh, that's cool. Hey, it was full of money and experience, and we didn't actually level up. Da-na-na-na-na, wah-wah-wah. Gotta think of the map building mechanic kind of sucks too. It can't be. Why did Antlion attack us? We see monsters increasing every day. Tame creatures are getting aggressive day by day. It must be a portent of some kind. Let's go cure Rosa. Oh, yeah. Right, my girlfriend. Alright, I did notice that Rydiad got warp. So, whoop. What's up, Itzuna? Good to see you. Aw, shit. Wrong exit, bro. That didn't help at all. Yeah, you know, talking about the map building in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, I think, like, map building is a neat idea, but I think it tends to be a liability. I think in most games, players really just kind of end up hurting themselves with it, because it's almost always a system where the benefits are obscured to the point where you kind of need to already know how it works, or, God forbid, work out of a guide to figure out what you need to do. I'm thinking specifically of Legend of Mana here, which is a really interesting game, but oh my god, if you don't know where to put things, like, you're literally gonna miss out on content in that game. Implementation is just the worst. Missable content, permanently screwing yourself. You feel bad unless you stop playing and look it up. Exactly, yeah. That tends to be the problem. Yeah, with map building systems, they really need to be, like, you have, like, you get, like, the baseline, and then you can just get, like, little bonuses or something out of it. You shouldn't miss anything because you didn't know where to put a thing. What's up, Hildy? Thank you so much for the lurk. It's good to see you tonight. Warp usually just takes you to the previous floor, exit takes you out of the dungeon. Yeah, I totally forgot that. I forget how things work. It's okay, we'll get some extra valuable experience for Edward here. It's okay, Derpelganger. Fighting lots of turtles and weepers builds character. Supposedly. It's not a big cave either. It's never okay to fight with Edward around. The race to see if Edward can level up faster than he becomes obsolete. Spoiler alert, you can't. Spoiler alert, no. Or kills Edward, other outcome is acceptable. Gamer brain talking you shouldn't listen to. It's fine to miss out on content, actually. Doesn't feel good, though. If it's an either-or thing, sure. But if it's like, hey, put this dungeon in the right place, or there's a thing you just can't do, period, that sucks. That just sucks. Especially when there's literally no way to know where the right place was beforehand. If it's just down to experimentation. All you need is to be able to access the Shiba Inu ending. Alrighty, let's zoom across the wastes. Back to the town of Portos, or whatever the hell it's called. Sorry, the idea that everything should be available at all times is a scourge. I could not disagree more. It is absolutely not a scourge. I think arbitrarily locking people out of content is the scourge. Like I said, making a conscious choice, making a conscious, educated choice, like, do you want this or do you want that? Sure, fine. But here's a playing piece. Put it down. If you put it in the right place, you get something neat. If you don't, fuck you. No, that's not cool. Yeah, dude, the vehicle progression in this game is so good. This game really does have some of the most fun vehicles in a Final Fantasy game. It's a very specific subset of interest, but yeah. Rosa! Let's just lob all the potions I have at her. Use the Sand Ruby over Rosa. It's a good thing it's not like a suppository or something. Tender. Put her in the iron lung. Oh, Cecil. Rosa. I heard that you were lost since the earthquake at Mist, but I couldn't believe it. I'm sorry. I worried you. By the way, Rosa, who's Golbez? Who's this guy? The king invited him to the Red Wings. The king is not the same as he used to be. It seems he is nothing more than Golbez's puppet to collect all the crystals. The crystal of water from Mysidia is already in his hand. Yeah, we know that. We delivered them to him. Jamming her forehead like the end of Diablo. Crystal fire is in Damcian, air is in Fabule, and earth is in Toroya. Toroya. Sad Edward, the crystal of fire is already gone. He is Edward, the Prince of Damcian, and this girl, Rydia of Mist. You okay? Yes, thank you. Damcian has already been attacked. Then the next target is Fabule. We must hurry. You have to voice Cecil as Tommy Wiseau after that line? Rosa, you must rest. We'll go to Fabule. We must get over Mount Hobbs to go to Fabule. The trail is blocked by thick ice. Rydia, can you use the spell of fire? No, I can't. Love how your wife doesn't question the random girl you picked up. I know, yeah. this is the kid whose mom I murdered. Nice to meet you. Your collar, black magic should be easy for you. Context. Context is important. Rosa, you must rest. I wonder why the girl's aversion to fire. I'm alright, and I'm a white wizard. I won't bother you. Cecil, Rosa wants to be with you. Don't you see? Shut up, Edward. Shut up. Just shut the fuck up. Okay, Rosa, let's go together, but it's too late tonight. Rest and sleep for now. Okay, Cecil. Rosa joined! That night... Everybody... I gotta get... I did too! I did too! Final Fantasy IV gives the orphans we've all been craving. Yep, the I hope you leveled up Edward portion. Yep, I do not need this part in my life. I miss you, my dear Anna. No! Generic monster sprite. It's a water hag! Also, I had the wherewithal to put Edward in the back row, so he should be fine. Edward! Anna? Fight, Edward! Murder! Weird to unlevel him because I was tired of him dying constantly, so I was okay here. But Fabule, no. Believe in yourself. No. If you leave Edward in the front row, he's in genuine danger here. If you leave him in the front row and you didn't spend a whole lot of time fighting in the Antlion Cave, and especially if you didn't get his harp upgrade, because that basically doubles his damage output, then yeah, this fight will absolutely kill you. If you don't use the fight command, Anna never appears. That's awesome. I love it. I didn't know why I kept dying. Anna, Edward, dear, I must go now. Anna, don't go. Don't leave me alone. Ah. Edward, do not let Golbez have all the crystals. You loved me. Now give your love to all of your people. I love how soap opera-y this one's tone is. I kind of do too. I can appreciate it for that. Also, excuse me, I'm always gonna favor the Final Fantasies that don't fuck around with the will they won't they romances. Like Cecil and Rosa are already established in this game. Titus and Yuna. I mean, that's always what I prefer. I get tired of that particular trope. I will, Anna, but what am I supposed to do now, Anna? Cry about it. Cry about it. Media in general could stand a lot more stable relationships. Totally agree, yeah. Absolutely agree. Good that you recovered. Drop by our house when you pass this village. So you are that Cecil. Take good care of her. Because I've done such a good job of it so far. Game got tone right. Final Fantasy V's tone made me angry. A little funny. Oh my god, tragic. Now funny again. Oh, tragic. I've only played through Final Fantasy V once, and I hate to admit it, because I did enjoy it. I've forgotten so much about that game. So much of that game just kind of slid off my brain. And again, I feel bad, but Okay, huge quality of life thing that they added in this game. The ability to choose your quantity of items when you buy things. Yeah, absolutely. No shade against Final Fantasy V. But yeah, it's and I'm sure a big part of it is just that I didn't play it as a kid. You know, I didn't spend dozens, if not hundreds of hours consuming it as a child. I played through it once in my adulthood, amidst many other games. So it didn't really get a fair shake in that sense. I always thought you could buy 1 or 10. Yup. 5 seems pretty decent. Me, 4 and 6 really loom out over that era. Yeah, and again, not 5's fault. 5 didn't get released here. So it goes. Hi there, what revelations were made yesterday? Edward is spoony. And Rydia thinks he sucks, because he does. Alright, anyway, let's put everybody in the back row now. Because none of you people need to be in the front row. We'll let Cecil take point. I do think this is neat, the way the party composition works. You can either have 2 front, 3 back, or 3 front, 2 back. And we will switch that up quite a bit over the course of the game. Put Edward in the front, he dies faster. Oh, Rose is left-handed. Wait, no. Aren't you? No, that's how you use a bow, right? You hold in your left hand, and then you... Yeah. Never mind. I'm making shit up. At least Rosa joins at level 10. She is an accomplished white wizard. Bow users don't care about which hand it goes. 6 is one I enjoy. It took you a lot longer to click with it. Aim with... Okay, yeah, aim with your right. That's what I thought. Or whatever your dominant hand is. Left-handed the devil's hand. Now, one quality of life thing they didn't have at this point was letting you know if something was an actual upgrade. You just had your little people partying down if they could equip it. And I think everybody pretty much has this one already, so. So the game rises up a few plays every time I replay it. Some reason Kid Me didn't vibe with it as much. Don't remember why, because Adult Shadows really likes it. I couldn't say, honestly. I couldn't say. Let the child drive. White Wizard Dark Knight relationship is the perfect recipe for 90s romance fantasy novels. God, is it ever. Alright, well, we're in good hands now, chat. We've got Party Dad and Party Mom. They can handle everything. Pixel Remastered quality of life, you get visual indicators when store stuff is improvement, downgrade. Thank God for that. I love the mountain theme in this game. It's so jaunty. And I love jaunty sounds. And we immediately cancel it, so we can get this bit of pathos. Cast a spell of fire, Rydia. Do it. Do it! Rydia. You can do it, Rydia. No. I hate fire! She's afraid of fire because her village was destroyed in a fire. No idea who caused that. Probably an accident. Could have been anybody. Listen, Rydia, you're the only one who can melt this ice. I skipped that day in magic school. If we can't get through here to Fabiola, more people will be in danger. Please. Please! Pressure! Pressure! Fire! Congratulations! You've mastered the power that killed your family. How to get burned? How to get burned? Great, Rydia. Thank you. And you can tell Rydia's like scarred by this. Just like, Rydia. Cecil gets it, but he doesn't care. We gotta get going. Go fetch Teller, literally build a bonfire. Why are there 2 doors here? This goes to a savey place. Character growth reflected in game mechanics takes note. Modern game designers. Yeah, seriously. Don't bother to bring a match in firewood root. Bombs! We got bombs! Perfect timing, Chaos. Oh no, we don't have to do that. You can handle this. You know what? I think the gray bombs aren't actually weak to ice. So Rosa, being a white wizard, can aim. Which, it either does slightly more damage, or it reduces her chance to miss. Either way, Shrug. Uh-oh. Yeah, bombs hurt, chat. Bombs are no bueno. Aim means you don't ever miss? Okay. Cool. Wizard, heal thyself. More bombs! What is White Wizard supposed to be? Like, white magic, healing, curative, that sort of damn thing. No reason to use fight over aim unless your god damages go through. Yeah, they're basically the same command, except aim has perfect accuracy, yeah. Gandalf was more of a paladin. He was a very fighty wizard. He was in there mixing it up. You know what? I should slow these things. That's what I should do. I should slap him with a slow. Rosa learned life. What is a dark knight? It's a knight who has devoted himself to abject evil. Ooh, skeletons. The spirits in this game are really creepy. Oh, I don't think Cecil's gonna be able to do anything here. Bye. Oh no, okay. Cecil can still do stuff. Good. Will this work on you? No. So, spirits aren't undead, chat. I find this very confusing. Hi, Edward. Bye, Edward. Edward gained a level. He learned a lot by hiding like a little bitch. I don't mind that healing doesn't hurt them. I'm annoyed it heals them, yeah. Agreed. Pitch a tent. I demand consistency in my undead. White magic and black magic come from ancient myths. Something like mythologically, white magic is using magic for selfless purposes like healing. Black magic using magic to harm others. Interesting. Do you know that Rydia can use that ice rod to cast ice on things? Yes, I've been doing that instead of having her cast ice. Well, we're not gonna do now because we can cook these guys. Japanese concept of spirits, not like a ghost, but rather a manifestation of energy. There's a monster in PF2 called Phantoms. They're not undead and not harmed by heal spells, and neither does heal them. Yeah, I just whacked it because I didn't care. At that point, I didn't care. It's so many extra button presses to get into the item menu, man. I ain't got time for that. Oh, Pathfinder, my bad. Oh, hello. Cockatrix. Is that like a dominant cockatrice? You know what? Let's do it right now, in fact. Let's ice these dudes. He beat himself! Chad, he beat himself! Chad, I gotta level with you. Edward's not actually being as useful as we were joking about earlier. Like, his charm attack is actually getting some work done here. What's that? It's a person, dipshit. You must be a karate fighter, a fabule. Achoo! Gesundheit. Achoo! Hit Karnov. Wacha! God, I wish this kick was so much better than it is. ACHOO is a generic Japanese word right now. He is, and the localizers didn't realize that ACHOO sounds like you're sneezing in English. Take a nuke in a confined space to kill this karate man. Even then, it's kind of a toss-up. That will not be easy. Let's help! It's the mom bomb! Bomb that mom! Fuck it. We get our chocobos out for this. Smack it! Man, it's like 40 damage in the back row. Mom gets mad when I get my chocobo out for this. You gotta ask for permission. I love the evolving bosses in this game. Like, I love all the bosses that change form and shit. And I love that they're not all like backloaded. I love that they're not all late in the game, that a lot of them are actually early on. Oh no! I may have fucked up. Ow. Oh no, it just does a whole bunch of damage to everybody. Could I convince you to heal yourself before vanishing? It would be really nice. I forgot it does this. Hey, there we go. Kick! I'm doing this just because. Kick actually kind of sucks in this game. Ow! Christ, that's a lot of damage. Still killed one. Whatcha? I mean, ACHOO! Sneezy boy. That's better than nothing. I think some of these people are still gonna die, though. Lightning, maybe? No, they're just kind of magic resistant. At least the orange ones aren't very sturdy. Rosa gained a level! And that's it. That's all. That's all we get. Welcome to the party, Karate Man. Thank you. I'm Yang, the karate master of Fabule. We were training when they attacked us. We're on our way to Fabule. Golbez is using Baron to get crystals. That means they will try to capture our Crystal of Air as well. No doubt, Damsion was already attacked and had the crystal taken away. Fabule is next, but we are now helpless. I'm the only survivor of our main forces. Those in the castle have just started on their training. Bro. I know bombs are kind of scary, but not like they ain't gonna send a whole bunch more. Golbez must have sent those monsters. Keep us busy here and attack Fabule, then they'll be attacking any minute. But you're a Dark Knight. It's not only your problem, it's not only your problem, but also ours. Yes, me being a Dark Knight is also your problem. I'm the Prince of Damsion. Rosa and I were in Baron. And she is Rydia. I was fooled by King of Baron and I had to defeat her mother. That sounds... I'm sorry. That sounds kind of like one of those, like bystanders struck when police officers service weapon discharged headlines. It is like, stop rubbing it in. You have your own reasons, I see. Would you help me then? Of course. Fabule is to the east over the mountain. Let us go. Karate Man. Yang joined. Alright, are we all... Yeah, we're all still quite fucked up. So just keep bringing it up, Cecil. Never let her forget. I mean, if this is his penance, it's kind of a fucked up way to do it. I like Yang's side-eye in his portrait. It's quality. Also, again, like the background here, just mwah, so nice. It's a nice, it's a nice color split here. The gray mountain in the foreground, and then the like lush green forests and mountains in the background, and then the real distant mountains in light blue up like here. Yeah. Final Fantasy mountain levels are great. Yeah. They've always done a really good job with them. I mean, look at that. Yeah, it's so picturesque. They sort of stopped being a thing at some point. I mean, even Final Fantasy X had some pretty good mountain levels in it. The background looks like a golf course. I mean, you're not wrong. I can't really argue with that. That's so funny. Man, this is Rydia. I met her in Mist when I killed everyone she's ever known or loved in a short time. Especially her mom. She died really fast. Gruesome, too. Get healed, idiot. Oh, it didn't kill him. I was really hoping that would kill him. Jesus. Yang just karate chopped his skull off. I think about how many Final Fantasy Pro tags are war criminals. Well, let's see. Final Fantasy 1, your characters are not real characters. 2 and 3, I don't know. 4, you're a war criminal. 5, I don't think so. 6, you sure as hell are. 7, you definitely are. 8, I don't think so. They actually stopped war crimes in that one. 2, you're fighting against a war criminal. 9, I seem to recall you're pretty anti-war crimes in that. Final Fantasy 2, you're on the run from the Emperor's forces, so you're criminals for the whole game. Also, chat, let's celebrate. We finally have a full party. 3 hours into the game. I don't think Zidane is. You used to have some party members as sure as fuck. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I was kind of focusing on main characters here, but you're right. Well, let's see. In that, your Blitzball or 10 Blitzballs a crime against humanity. JRPG stable rebellion against the evil government culminating somehow in using the power of friendship to kill God. Final Fantasy 9, you're definitely criminals. Zidane is a crime specialist. Forget all the stuff you did in Final Fantasy 9. I know Zidane himself is not a war criminal per se. He has party members. Amaranth participants, forget Sir Rusty is. Steiner does something he's really conflicted about. Because I remember that's a big part of his character. Forget Sir Rusty's name too. One of the few times in the game we're actually wandering far and wide across the world map. The only reason I remember Steiner is because one of the great houses is House Steiner. Steiner, I think, is too fundamentally stupid to do it early on. Play Final Fantasy 3 and had a good time. I just couldn't play a second time. Not sure what it was about that made you stop near the beginning. Do you do any in tactics? I don't remember, but I'm just gonna say yes. I'm pretty sure everyone does some form of war crime in tactics. That's a serious Shades of Grey game. Type 0, liquefying people's corpses to power your magic count. I mean, it depends on who you ask. If you're asking next of kin, I mean, yeah, probably. Ram's a dozen, he's basically an accessory to 1 or 2. We did it, chat. Taxis are definitely criminals against the theocracy. Alright, worse than Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced, destroying the world just to cripple your brother. Yeah. Man, the main story in Tactics is Advanced. Ramsey defects because he's tired of his family doing war crimes. Yang, we were waiting for you. 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 We lost our main forces? No, I can't believe it. It's the end. Isn't Isekai Evilus also explicitly turning a lot of innocent people into mindless monsters for slaughter and turning children into insane despots? I think these guards have enough to do. That'll fix itself shortly. Yang, by the way, who's Golbez? Claws. Alright, let's see here. You are currently using a Fire Claw. Let's buy a Thunder Claw because it's the most expensive. And then Cecil can enter his black period. We've gone from shadow to darkness to black. Cecil's turbo goth period. There we go. Those claws that Yang get through the game are freaking awesome. Yes, I like charm my enemies as I punch them. Yeah, they are. They're pretty great. They're asking if Final Fantasy Pro Tag other parents are doing what the Hague would think of them. Sir Yang! Sir Yang! No, I'm Cecil. Explore the towers. Left tower. Cure. Cure. Heal. Tent. This is the nursing room. This is Naming Way. Naming Way lets you change your name. He's usually hanging out in the tutorial house in towns. We'll talk more about him later. Hi, honey. It's my wife. This is Cecil. He saved my life. Thanks. Yang's wife is great. Use spoon on Edward. Surprised you still have an Edward with you after several Naming Way opportunities. Heard your ambush on Mount Hobbs. You okay, sir? Heard your ambush on Mount Hobbs. You okay, sir? I'm not sleeping. I am contemplating. Why are you contemplating in bed, though? Here we go. Want to see me dance? Yes. Wah! ACHOO! 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 Imagine they decup Naming Way cameo in Final Fantasy 17. Beat them up, sir! We're safe in the castle. Back from your training, Yang. 500 bucks! Is that Wario? Yoink. It's our king's bedroom. Let's sleep in the king's bed. Why in the hell not, chat? Get Siegfried in Final Fantasy 17. Let's go. So I guess Baron isn't attacking for a while. Some of you didn't know about Final Fantasy IV? Look, if you could sleep in the king's bed, wouldn't you? Yang. King, the Baronian kingdom mobilized his force to get our crystal of air. The one called Golbez is behind this attempt. Truly? These people here came to let us know. Who are these people? We have no time to waste. The defense of the castle must be tightened immediately. There aren't a lot of things I don't know. You removed one. My power grows. I'm curious with Final Fantasy IV and the Mysidius scenes at the beginning and how they tell you, like, no, don't. Did you know that was a localization edition? I did not. No, I did not know that. Attack on Titan. But you're a Dark Knighted Baron. Can I really trust you? King, they are trustworthy. They came to my defense when I was attacked. Not a moment is to be lost. There is no time. I'm glad to see you again, sir. Oh, Prince Edward. Damsian too has suffered from the attack and had the crystal taken away. I lost my parents and beloved friend. Would you let the same thing happen to Fabule? I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. Will you help us defend the crystal? They are all outstanding combatants. I ask them to take the forefront. Very well, I leave the matter in your hands. Girls, would you take the office of relief? Certainly. So, I guess gender equality hasn't come real far in the lands of Fabule, because Rosa and Rydia will not be joining us for this. Now, Cecil. No, oh, okay, well, thank you for telling us. Game over. Cecil! Take care. So do you. And you, Rydia. Everybody ready? Because here we go. Yeah, don't close the gate or anything. Just stand out here. They're coming. Meet them. Charge! The king didn't send a little child in the fight, and that's anti-progressive Rosa. Sure, she's a damn sight more useful than Edward. And I know I just got done singing Edward's praises, but fucking come on. We use some combat chocobos on the front line here. Bye, General. Rose isn't exactly dressed like a warrior. Okay, you're right about that. Combat bikini. The Red Wings! We can't fight back the airship. We can't fight back the airships. Retreat! Punch the bombs out of the air. Sorry, I dragged you into a hopeless war. I told you, the cause of war is not yours alone, and we haven't lost yet. Kind of impressed nobody got hurt from the explosion like 4 inches from them. Could fight back the airships, just get me into fight mode, and sword works fine on it. By the way, I love this sequence in Final Fantasy IV. I think it's really, really cool that you have this rolling battle through Fabule Castle. And they present it really well too, with like the boss music through all the scene transitions. We must withdraw. Sucks to be those 2 guys that got pinned there. I think Final Fantasy IV is when Square really learned the art of set pieces. I agree, yeah. The king has already taken refuge with the women and children. Draw the enemies and smash them. Yeah, I love it when the fight music carries on too. Charge! Smack back. Yeah, he's clearly unga bunga mode. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I can gain a level off that. We can't hold here any longer. Don't listen to Edward. And another neat thing, you keep losing NPCs. Like every time you pull back, you have fewer and fewer little generic soldier guys with you. Lock the door, we must at least hold this ground. Where's the crystal? Upstairs. Opened? What are you doing? We've been betrayed. It's such a neat little twist. I say they retreated, so I'd focus on the captains first and take a bunch of damage from the mooks. Yeah, and Kaipo defending Rydia too. Took forever to get through that fight? I bet. I always assumed the captains were unkillable, but I guess technically they have to have some amount of hit points. Even if it's like 1,000 or something insane. Let's retreat to the crystal room. I don't know why, that seems... Oh! No! Edward! Leave him, man. It's not worth it. Guarantee they're not unkillables in the hundreds. Yep, I never knew that. Used to kill them to get extra XP early on because I'm weird like that. Disney of all companies at once bought the rights to make a Final Fantasy IV comic adaptation. Hired Kurt Busiek and Mike Mignola for it. Wow, that's kind of cool. Shit's getting desperate, chat. We finally get to see a crystal, like a proper crystal room, and it's so pretty. I love it. Hey, what up? It's been a while, Cecil. Kane, you're alive. Yeah. Fight with us, surely. But against you, Cecil. Kane? Single combat, Cecil. No! I mean, he's not going to give you a choice here. Kane? Kane! Well, this isn't a very fair fight, is it? Ow! What's wrong? Ha! Wow! Perished. Ken comes in with a steel chair! You are under Golbez's. I'll put you out of your misery. You can't! No! Rosa, Kane, why you? Don't look at me. Sad Kane. Why so upset, Kane? I'm sorry, but it's fucking hilarious to me that they bust out the pipe organ for Golbez. Like, it's so overwrought and it's so perfect. I love it. Golbez, you are Golbez, and you are Cecil. Glad to see you. And take my greeting. Cecil, no! Voice acting is pretty damn good in the English DS version too, other than young Rydia. No, Golbez is being voiced by James Earl Jones. It's funny you mention that. I feel like most Final Fantasy games, you can kind of see certain direct inspirations. And this one, for reasons that I won't go into yet, because I don't want to spoil this for whoever might be watching that hasn't seen this game before. This one pretty clearly takes direct inspiration from the original Star Wars films. Bazappo. I play an organ for this guy. That's enough. Take the crystal, Kane. Yes, master. No, Kane! Don't! Is this girl so important to you? Very well. I shall see you again. I'm taking her as a token of this promise. Come, Kane. Don't have to tell him twice. Pay James Earl Jones to voice anyone who killed his radio. You had a narrow escape, Cecil. Later, loser. Wait. Rosa. Rudy's like, well, now I gotta do all this shit myself. Cure! And everybody just stands right back up. Bloop. You okay? No. Thanks, Rydia, but Rosa was taken. And the crystal. Rosa. Everyone's sad. Except Rydia. She don't give a fuck. Oh, never mind. She's sad now. She read the room. Come on! Rosa's alright. We can take back the crystal, too. I really like Rydia being, like, the emotional core of the party. The literal child being the one to snap everybody out of their doldrums. That's right. We will help you this time. Heal the wound and let us think about how to rescue Rosa. And yes, she's 100% right to admonish people for being dumbasses. Generally didn't remember what happens in this scene. Thought Rydia was about to goddamn slap Cecil. She should have, honestly. So I think, like, I don't know why the crystal, like, floats over an open void, but it's really fucking cool and I love it. The crystal rooms in this game are just really, really neat. Made a D&D campaign where the emotional core was the story of an orphan we recruited after getting their parents killed. Free cure potion. King has been wounded, so he's resting in his bedroom. Cool, great, whatever. Can I have your treasures? Let me just wander out into the dark void beyond. Get me some potions, get that black shield. Should obviously dual wield shields here. Oh, real quick, I'm gonna reset the connection because the audio is getting a little out of sync. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that after I save again, just in case I, you know, bump table or something. Yang Karate. Yes. His class is Karate. I think his literal official class in this game, all joking aside, is Karate Man. When I talk about how it's a Japanese art and he's Chinese, it's fine. Everything's fine. I wish I could use the white magic as well as Rosa. They even have monsters on their side. Golbez. Golbez. They even have monsters on their side. Fun fact that long since got retconned, Japanese Guide heavily implies that all that Dark Knight gear comes from Leon from Final Fantasy II. Huh, weird. My, you are alive! Are you surprised? They saved not only me, but Fabule as well. Thanks for everything. Are you okay? Sure, a soldier came, but I hit him with my frying pan. She rules. Fighting man. Fighting man. If we had an airship, we might have been doing a bit better than this. If we had an airship, still contemplating. Contemplated right through that battle. We will have to do something, but do not worry and rest for now. He needs to be a great karate fighter also. It's nothing to worry about. NBD. It's whatever. Bright blue beard is an insane look, yeah. It's a bold one, but I think he pulls it off. Final Fantasy IV randomizer needs Yang's wife with frying pan as member options. That'd be really cool. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yang, you must be very tired. Please rest here. And not at home with your wife. We must rescue Rosa, but we need the airship. Baron is the only one who has it. Can't we sneak in? Baron's main force is the Red Wings. The sea power is relatively weak. Let's make it on the sea. But how? I will ask this king for a ship. He will cooperate with you. Thanks. Who is that dragoon? Kane, who used to be my best friend. Together we swore to get out of Baron. I see. Anyway, we must take a rest now. Sad Cecil. Sad soul. I see Yang. Go and help them. We owe Cecil so much. A ship will be arranged soon. We hope it will help, Cecil. Take this sword. Dark Knight who came to Fabule left this long ago. But it is still the arms of the dark side. It will not work against the true evil. Black. Black blade of blackness. Go to the harbor to the east as soon as you get prepared. You'll find a ship is there for you. If Golbez acquires them all, the world will face an unprecedented crisis. Yeah, but like, why? What's going on there? Black, 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 black. All right, let's do it. Get us out on the open seas. Surely nothing bad happens on these open seas. I absolutely adore that Cecil equipment in this stage of the game actually means a damn and impacts the story. I agree. I agree. I like that it matters. We will guard here. Boat. Okay, hang on. We save. Incomplete party. All right, let me reset the connection real quick. Did that do it? Was that all I needed? No, that made it worse. Haha. Not something you see in a lot of games, and not to this extent. Yeah. Usually it's just this is a legendary sword and that's the end of it. There we go. All right, we're realigned. Oh no! The imp captains don't want to let us go. Black sword's pretty powerful, but it has a major drawback. Also, I want to mention something. Like, our ready positions are kind of funny. Like, I always interpreted Cecil's ready position as being like this, which is almost as funny as Yang's, which is like this. Ready to just stare into the camera like, and not in the face. It's like too early. That's how Cecil fights with his legendary black sword. Well, there's a major drawback of your terrible Dark Knight and want to fight against the wrong enemies. You got a point there. You got a point there. Plenty! Take good care and fight bravely. Certainly. The others too. Yes, madam. Arm waggle's a legitimate style. I'm an anti-hero, duh. Take care. Don't worry. Yang's wife might be like the chillest person in this entire game. You're Cecil. I've heard of your feat. Feel at home on my ship. It won't take long to reach Baron. Now, let's get going. Quickly, everyone. Diamond formation for travel. Raise the anchor. Hoy! Lolly ho. Sorry. Getting ahead of myself here. Married someone with the crazy Gundam brows. Look at this thing cook! We're booking it, chat. Chilling, yet Yang does not want to sleep in the same room with her. What would you do after we arrive at Baron? Let's find Sid, the master engineer. He's the expert of the airships. He'll help us. Hope he's okay. Sad word. Are you cold? You're shivering. No, it's nothing. I have to admit, I kind of wish I actually got to properly pilot a boat in this. Probably Dragon Quest Brain speeding here. What? Oh, fuck. It can't be! Is that true? The Master of the Seas! That's... Leviathan. Or Leviathan. That's a big-ass dragon. I love everybody freaking out. Stop it! Hoist the mizzen mast. They just go back to... They just go back to freaking out. Rydia, no! Rydia! Yang, no! No! Edward! Cracko smacko. Whee! Well, thanks for that, dick. I said it was nice knowing you, Edward. But it wasn't. Fuck. Genuinely upset about this part of the game. First time I played it. Rydia's been through so much crap in a short time. It hit you really hard. I felt so bad for her. Yeah. Yeah, her just getting yeeted overboard with a giant sea dragon. Well, yeah. Where am I? Rydia! Edward! Yang! Sad Cecil. Guess I'm alone. Sad Cecil. Sad vibes. Sad everything. No, bye. Never mind. Jaunty music. I don't know how they came up with this song, but I fucking love it. The Serpent Road was named because it drains much stamina from travelers. Oh, yeah! Y'all were talking about this last night when I was bitching about the Serpent Road. Context. This is why Baron didn't invade through the Serpent Road. Go away! You, I'm avenging my friend, Toad! Well, shit. You can just talk to him again and he turns you back. We'll do that later. Well, I can't use any of this shit. I mean, technically I can use the rods, but whatever. I'm avenging my friend Untoad. I admit it's really fun to watch Cecil get pretty rightfully bullied in this entire town. So yeah, there's a training room here too. And none of these people hate you. Because all of these training room doors are apparently portals into the training room pocket dimension. Reminds me I should play the Sergeant Frog JRPG sometime. Neither forgive nor forget the Baronian pillage and destruction. Oh, actually I need to unfrog so I can show you this next part. Just to make sure. It's a triple in, yeah. Watch me dance. I kind of hate that they spoil this song early for this, but I suppose it is worth it. Getting sleepy. Ha 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 ha! Idiot. Now you're a pig and I also stole one of your kidneys. So, now you've been pig eaten. And I love that the piggies are actually color coded for your class. So because Cecil is a dark knight right now, he is a dark piggy. You don't need on Frog to visit the dance, so you get Frog and Piggy instead of only Piggy. I wasn't sure which one, like I wasn't sure if one would overwrite the other. I couldn't remember how multiple transformative effects worked. White Mage in the internet ignores some dude getting knocked out and killed. Yeah? That White Mage fucking hates us too. Everyone here fucking hates us. Ha ha ha, you're normal again, idiot. And I took your other kidney. This is the Serpent Road leading to Baron is now sealed to prevent the further Baronian raids. The sad thing that men should hurt men. This was, yep, pillage of destruction. Please forgive me, I've done nothing. You must be tired, now drink it. Ugh. I poisoned you a bit, and you deserve it. So yeah, we're actually poisoned now. Oh, we got a bunch of these heals, so. Damn your last 4 kidneys on it. Return our friends! Oh, shut up. I'm not scared of you, Dark Knight. This guy deserve if you're tired, now drink it, get some done. Clearly go, yeah, sure. Fix that poison by talking to the bartender again. Yeah, I ain't staying here. Man, this has to be so awkward. Wandering around this town in like a dazed and weakened state in like your fucking like obsidian satanic armor. Wow! The Dark Knight of Baron! So this is pretty funny. You can actually talk to them again. And they'll just yeet themselves into the woods, never to be seen again. Stay at the inn, lose 1d6 kidneys. You can never imagine what we suffered from because of what you've done to us. How do you have the nerve to come here? Look, I wasn't my choice, man. You think I'm happy about this? Cecil collected like 20 kidneys last night. There fire, earth, water, and air, elements of everything. The first cure. How can one become evil? I cannot say. Everyone is an innocent baby at the beginning. Some of us never stop being babies. This is the House of Prayers. Our elder forgives everything you have done, but I cannot. This is another really good track that they don't use a whole lot in the game. So it's kind of one of those good, like, shit is serious, pay attention tracks. Except scorpions and menaces are not instant babies, they're murder monsters. One version of Final Fantasy IV has a line that sticks in my mind during the opening section. I can never forget we were forced to do a Baron, but I could try to drown it. Oh, that's good. What do you want from us this time? I am Cecil, the ex-captain of the Red Wings. I could not disobey the king. Point of order. You could. Because you did. Later. Apologies will not bring our friends back alive, but I can at least listen to your words. I'm fighting the one called Golbez, who is the mastermind of Baron. A girl was captured. So we were on our way to Baron for a rescue, but we were attacked by a Leviathan. And lost your friends. It would be your trial, but as long as you depend upon the dark sword, you cannot defeat true evil. Moreover, you might be consumed with its evil at any time. If you wish to fight against evil with good, go to Mount Ordeals to the east of Mysidia. But I must hurry. I do understand, but do not hurry. At first, you must climb Mount Ordeals and renounce this evil sword and gain the Sword of Sacredness. The one who can accept the holy light is called a paladin. It is the sacred knight. Many went to Mount Ordeals to be a paladin, but none returned. Will you try? Yes. But it would be hard for you alone with your dark sword. Take wizards with you. Palom! Porom! You called for us? Where's Palom? Palom, come on! It's that Baronian guy, aren't you? I'm gonna help you, so thank me. Time for some comic relief, chat. These two? Palom and Porom, they may be of help, but do not be deceived by their appearances. Be thankful that Mysidian genius Palom will accompany you. Palom, it's for your own good. Well, how do you do, sir? Palom, you must greet him. Hi, man. Palom the Black Wizard and Porom the White Wizard. And yes, Porom is a girl. Now to Mount Ordeals. Palom and Porom, do everything in your power to help Cecil. Slightly easier to tell from their portraits. Now I'm this age and have kids, I have much better appreciation for these two. They remind me a lot of my kids, but gender swapped. Palom's face, yeah, I know. This is the A and O that make their names distinct in Japanese, not the L and R. Yep. Yep. Padom, Podom. They come equipped with stuff, so that's cool. Probably the Fabulous King had the sword and he will never intend to let it loose in the world. Basic white magic. Basic black magic. So. I will trust you if you become a paladin. Try. Go and see if you can accept the light. We must accept Jesus as our Lord and Savior, chat. Funniest hell bit of concept art. This is Palom bullying naming Wang. Alright. Can't believe they give him children for help. It's kind of a theme in this game. Kind of a thing that happens here. That's a bunch of things. I don't like ravens. Swoon! Yeah, the black sword instantly kills people. Final Fantasy 13, one of the major cities is named Palom. What's up, Eva? How you doing? I mean, it's supposed to be 7 or 8 years old. It's fucking wild to someone that age going along with something like this. Yeah. For real. That's true. Culturally, it's not common to have kindergartners running your errands and things. Kids are actually given like a surprising amount of responsibility and autonomy in Japanese culture. And in the world of Final Fantasy, going on a certain suicide mission to the local mountain of challenges, that might just be another one of those errands to run. By the way, the twins have the twin power, which is honestly really helpful. If I remember correctly, it uses up a lot of MP, so I'm not gonna pull it until we really need it. Sorry. Oh my god, that did so much damage. Bro, do not miss. Alright. I'm using the twin power. Fuck it. Check this shit out. Check this shit out. It'll happen eventually. Flare! Pop, 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 pop. There's two varieties. There's Flare and there's Comet, which are kind of like junior versions of later super spells. Ooh, Ice. And Piggy. Life 1. That used... yeah. That burned almost 20 MP from both of them. Strike first. Strike true. Do it again. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna use a tent before we go up the mountain anyway. One of the augments you can get in the DS version, you get a pair of twin cast augments, and depending on who you give it to, it does different spells. Oh, that's pretty cool. I think Flare... I think it's like it's 3-to-1 odds that you get Flare over Comet. Comet does do more damage. Here we go. Good old mountain music. So apparently all the mountains in Final Fantasy IV are just blocked by some kind of element. Your turn, Palom. I know, you don't have to say that. Ice! Well, I know free MP restore spot that makes this here. Yeah, actually. Piece of cake. Pow! Machine in my village was burned down by ice. South of mountain. Oh, okay. Palomar, elder taught us not to submit to arrogance. Shall we go now? Meanwhile. Welcome to the Technodrome, chat. Come, Milan. Millen of Earth at your service. You must not leave Cecil alive. We'd better make a move against him. Fortunately, his dark sword is nothing to fear for your monsters. However, he is climbing Mount Ordeals now. Then, he is to become a paladin? Your mission is to dispose of him beforehand. Yes, my master. This is the Tower of Zot. Very well. Yeah, if you've played any of the remakes of Final Fantasy IV, none of the four fiends are gonna have names you recognize. Things have become interesting, don't you think, Kane? Yes, but Cecil might prove quite a formidable opponent. I understand you respect your former friend, but I sent Millen after him. Millen is one of my 4 fiends of elements. He'll put on a good show. Don't you think, Rosa? I take the task of slaying him instead of Millen. How dare you ask for such a task? I've had enough of your blundering. You only have to watch this girl. Yes, Master. Cecil, watch out! Kane, you're smooth as ball. Yeah. Look for round forests like this. They're the Chocobo forest. I think there's something hidden in the tall grass too. I think. Yep. Carrot. So, yellow chocobos are normal chocobos. We'll grab one of those in a sec. White ones. Restore your magic. Why? I don't know. Smells like chocobos. Maybe chocobos like carrots. Oh! The big chocobo! It's a big fucking chocobo. The chonker! The big chocobo is a storage service. You do technically have a limited inventory in this. It is, for the most part, not something we need to worry about. I just haven't been bothering to sell anything. Oh, Lord, he coming. Anyway, chocobo. So now you can explore the rest of the continent. Spoiler alert, there ain't nothing fucking here. I guess one minor complaint about Final Fantasy IV, and it's not really a big deal because honestly, a lot of the early Final Fantasies are like this. There's really no point to exploring most of the map. There will be later, but it just in some just in like 2 or 3 places. That's it. Use a chocobo, go back to Miss City if you're smart, not like me who walked all the way back every time I played. I'm pretty sure I did too. Chocobo's real caked up just like you wanted. Alright, Cecil. Okay. So, the Sword of Ultimate Evil works on spirits, but I'll tell you straight up, it won't work on skeletons. Sure, so you can find me in skeletons, not zombies. I thought skeletons counted too. Next time I fight a skeleton, I'll try whacking it. I mean, they've already proven to be rather inconsistent with their whole undead classification system here. So, all right, here we go. Let's find out. Oh God, I'm so surprised. You're right. You're right. Skeletons, okay. Skeletons pass the super evil test. Pretty sure another adaptation of Sword is basically worthless for the whole mountain. Feels as if you might be a wee bit over-leveled. So Final Fantasy IV is actually really, really good about pacing. There's only maybe 2 places in the game where you might need to grind, if I remember correctly. And that even then still kind of depends on how much exploring and side stuff you've been doing up to those points, because they're very late in the game, unsurprisingly. Oh shit, Pelham's about to die. Final Fantasy 2, you never need to grind. In Final Fantasy 4 games, you need to grind a bit unless you're super tight about your tactical choices. Oh, he's crying. He's so miserable. Cool. You know what you're doing, and this can pass everything with minimal trouble. Yeah. I mean, a big reason why I was able to beat this at all as a child. It's not a particularly strenuous game at any point. Had homemade seitan chicken wings tonight was the shit. Nice. Mount Ideal's third station. Never really understood the station convention in this. That's a shitty party to be surprised by, frankly. I do not appreciate this. We're gonna twin them up. I'm just gonna sit around. Surprised by 6 things! Your turn is delayed indefinitely. It's gonna be fine, chat. Everything's gonna be fine. We just have to wait for the entire enemy party to take their turns, and then maybe... There we go. Oh, fuck. My hubris, chat. Damn my hubris. Maybe ice him. Where's the full screen so surprise? Oh shit. Light-face fake processed meats are just as good as mass-produced real meats. There we go. We learned Lit 2. Nice, nice. Cure 2. Very useful. Excellent. Good. Look who it is! I like how his ass looks right at us and then still goes over to sightsee off the side of the mountain. Tella! Cecil! You seek for Meteo as well? He knows of Meteo. That means... Hey man, you are Tella, right? Watch your mouth. Call him Master Tella. We are honored to see you. We are ordered by our elder to spy on... Pow! We're to guide Cecil in Mount Ordeals. My name is Porom. And I'm Palom, so you're Tella. You're famous in Mysidia, too. Kids of Mysidia, very well. And Edward and Rydia? We were attacked by Leviathan on our way to Baron. Oh! No! And Rosa was captured by Golbez. Sad Tella. That must be his girlfriend. Hush! Nothing stopping waiting for your sister to bonk you on the head to get that rehearsed vibe. I cannot defeat Golbez with my spells alone. I've been seeking the magic of legend, Meteo. I felt a strong power from this mountain. Meteor's too dangerous. You're too old. Oops. Yes, I'm old, but no matter the price, I must avenge my daughter. Grown-ups, they like troubles. Not wrong. Be quiet. It's no place for kids. Why did you come here, Cecil? I came here to be a paladin. My dark sword cannot defeat Golbez. Who's Golbez? You don't know. He's controlling Baron. Telia. Yes, he is the source of all evil. Paladin. There must be some secret hidden in this mountain. I will come with you. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Well, this'll help. He's still rocking the same spells, though. Technically, Palom is more powerful than him at this point. A party as Cecil tanks for 3 squishy mages. Oh, we made it all the way up to the 7th station now. The generational divide, a Tristus. Zambonis! Back in my day, we didn't have Cure 1. We only had Cure 2. We liked it both ways. So Cecil ain't gonna do no good against no zombies. Cecil is now on potion duty. Cook! Eh. There we go. So I have a sword for darkness. I don't even know if that works. I'm not gonna bother. It's really not important. It really doesn't matter. That's how you cast a fire spell, old man. Yeah, the problem is I'm about to run out of magic for them to do that. It's not like I don't have a whole bunch of ethers. Yeah, I've got 9 of them. Tell it he's a grumble command. Plays the game with less than 5. I mean, you can. If you're bothering to open treasure chests that are literally in your path, you'll have plenty. Hiss. Palom, stop it. Not me. There's also a save point up here, so whatever, man. Holy Jesus. Oh, the other shitty thing about Twin is if they both don't have enough MP to cast it, it just won't cast. But they won't tell you. They won't stop you from doing it. Whoosh! Alright, that was a pretty good shot. I think Tella can finish him off. Actually, Poron probably could have finished him off if I had cast Cure on them instead of us. But I decided to play it safe. Shit, I forgot how sturdy Revenants are. Ah, I can't do anything. Let the old man take care of it. There we go. There we go. Column gained a level. Forearm gained a level. Yeah, they're hitting for 50 when you're in defend mode. They are scary. Oh, come on. No, I'm not doing this. Veto. Yeah, the random encounters in this game are a little off. I think there's no sanity check to stop you from getting another encounter just like 1 or 2 steps away. Alright. Hiss, hiss. There it goes. It's not me. Hiss, hiss. Watch out. I feel something evil. I'm glad indeed to slay you all. Who is it? New. Generic bad guy? Well, hello. I'm Golbez's Fiend of Earth, Millen. Now, mealtime for my monsters. Alright. So, Millen's a weird bag man. Fortunately, Cecil can actually hurt him. Millen, you may know me from a secret castle. Let's make sure that gets everybody. It's a bum in a sheet. Ooh. Man, I cannot get Comet to come out. Kinda sucks. Go, my children. Ow. Fuckhead. Get rid of this guy. I don't like him. Cook him. Heal up. Zappo. The Zappo. No, it's not evil enough. No one looks like a congressman. My God, Mitch McConnell. Where did you come from? This guy can stand up, can't be Mitch. Fights are pretty high damage. I mean, they're boss fights. But I mean, as long as you're attentive about healing, they're not too bad. He is fast, yeah. He's hitting like double attacks and stuff. None appears to have a spine, even if it is crooked. Oh, is he countering? Is that what he's doing? Oh, my buddy. Lord. Look at all that money. All right, cool. Well, I feel very accomplished. Let's go save again. Nope. Nope. Hard pass. 7 zombies? Mm-mm. Not happening. Alright, now that we've beaten the boss, let's go get our hard-earned reward. I'm gonna do a little cheaty thing here, chat. Just because I know what's gonna happen. Hiss, well done. My true strength lies in death, and with it, I drag you all to the abyss. So, real Millen back attacks you. So if you don't switch up your lines, all your squishy mages are gonna be right in front of him to get fucked up. This music is your favorite in the game. This is intense. Yeah, this music is nice and intense. Oh, ow, Christ, ow. Yeah, anybody else want to do something? Feel free. Actually, you know what? We can go ahead and get you in better shape. Yeah, this is the theme they'll use for all of the major bosses, the elemental themes. Yeah, it's very theatrical. That's a good way to put it. Also, Zamboni Millen here looks really creepy. I really like his design. Can you cure him down? Can you life him to death? Is that a thing? Let's try it. Because he is a Zamboni. Nah. It was a good try, though. We can just cook him. He doesn't like fire. Didn't get missed, was probably impervious. Wow, Telly, your fire sucks. I think Porum's gonna die. Never mind, we got him. Yeah, it's really nice that they let Cecil's sword work. Because, I mean, Golbez and Millen, like, literally had a dialogue about how Cecil's dark sword would be no match, right? But no, it's a perfect match, as it happens. We're playing up Twin Cast is fighting in Comet to trigger an erectum. What? You beat me twice. Gerba! Bye. Alright, let's fix this before we take even a single step. God, heal is so expensive. Fuck that. I'm not carting all these potions around for my health. Next part, how many tries does it take you your first time playing? Asking for a friend. I cheated. I had Nintendo Power. Nintendo Power told me what to do. My son. Yeah, I bought a Super Game Boy. And then it explained how this worked. Son, who are you? This might actually be my favorite song in the game. It's so... It feels so unique. And so impactful. I've been waiting. Sorrow fills me. I shall entrust you with my power. And grieve that no other way remains. Here, I have a sword. Say goodbye to old Cecil Sprite. We got new primary colors, Cecil Sprite. Apart from your past, conquer your darkness within. If you can't overcome your past self, the sacred power of light will not accept you. What the fuck? 2 Cecils? What's going on? Cecil! Cecil! Hey, dude! Watch out! No need to help. This is my own fight. I must defeat him to amend my past guilt. Swing. So the trick to this fight is that you don't fight. Possibly some of the greatest storytelling through mechanics ever. Changed me as a man, as a gamer, and as a game designer. Yeah, very cool choice to use the Red Wings here. Justice is not the only right in this world. Someday you will see. I don't remember you can power your way through this. I don't think you can. I think that Dark Wave attack does too much damage to get past. Well done. Now I put my spirit into the power of light and trust it to your hands. Receive the last light left in me. My son! Stop, Goldbells. Also in the Japanese version, doesn't playable Dark Knight Cecil actually get that wave attack? Wait. Something never made sense to me until I played the Japanese version and found out that Dark Wave deals damage to yourself. In other versions, that mirror image has effectively unlimited HP. Would it help that and remove Dark Wave for the US version? Yeah, definitely. This would have been a bit more impactful if that was an ability that you could have used before this point. You know, weird dark stuff you ever level in Matan? Oh, really? I didn't know. You all right? Right on! Hush. What is this I'm feeling? It's so familiar. That voice. Oh, my. Master Tella? Yes, I remember the spells. Tella recalled all the spells he had forgotten. Meteo? That light has bestowed upon me the greatest black magic. Grandmaster that he is. Hey, poor Streamer did strip Cecil's gear so you could sell at our party. You aren't playing optimally. Oh no, you're right. Oh, my black period is over. Cecil, to tell you the truth, Okay, now, all's ready. Let's go get Golbez. Let's go get that fucker. What are you doing, Cecil? We must go. Yeah. But that light called me my son. Wait a sec. Let us go, Cecil. Okay. The Edgelord has ascended. Alright, so we're here. We made it. New portrait for Cecil. He's so cute now. Also got a whole bunch more. So he starts over as a paladin at level 1, but fortunately he has 600 HP to go to start with. Alright, so Tella. Tella's kind of a funny case here. Tella got most of the spells in the game. Not quite all of them. He's actually missing a few really useful ones, but a very, very few. Of particular note, he got the level 3 elemental spells, which are fucking busted at this point in the game. Like, it's just stupid. Meteo's an interesting case. You need 99 magic points to cast it. Tella only has 90. You can't actually, as far as I know, you can't level him up to a point. Like, he doesn't gain MP when you level him. So he will never actually be able to cast this. This is important. First thing I know about Cecil's class change as a kid, he has more HP at level 1. Dark Knight Cecil did almost level 20. You cannot level Tella up to get more MP. Someone tests this 99th level, 90 MP, yeah. And this version doesn't have items that increase your max MP either. Does that Tella actually lose? Does he lose sassy levels? Like Tella's round glassy, looks like a medieval portrait. He does, yeah. Yeah, really solid design. Yeah, anyway, let's swap back. So Cecil is cool now. I forgot to look at his equipment. He has a legendary sword and fucking nothing else. So let's put a shitty cap on him. He can't even put on an iron ring. Bye, Dark Cecil. Light Cecil's my new best friend. Actually, we can get right the hell out of here. That's right, because you have exit now. Never mind. They don't like that one. You're gonna be like, must buy gears to Cecil stuff on the map. Oh, hello. I love the sound that Legend Sword makes. It sounds so good. Cecil gained a level. Cecil gained a level. Learned sight. Cecil gained a level. Cecil gained a level. Cecil gained a level. Cecil gained a level. Oh, is that all? Cecil gained 7 levels and 100 hit points. Everyone else, and usually red face, was Tella very pale. Palom? No, sorry. Yeah, no, Palom. Palom is rosier than I remember. Hang on, you sit tight. I'm gonna let Tella flex here. I think I actually need to use something neutral. Let's do Lit 3. Track. Actually, Cecil can handle this. Bagoom! And none of those guys were weak against that either. Tom gained a level. Porom gained a level. Cecil gained a level. Learn Peep. He might not be the purest of heart, that Cecil. Also, Cecil gained a level. This is about way move here as cover, I opine. Sit tight. Sit tight. I tell you what, I'll throw a fire 3 out on these guys and let Cecil just whack this one to death. Big numbers. I love it. Cecil gained a level. So yeah, Tella is super fun. He just doesn't have enough MP to like really go nuts with it. But there is a really funny fight coming up as relates to this that I think we can get to tonight. I think we can do it. Can I ever forecast the top elementals enough to deal with you young whippersnappers? Oh boy, a cure potion. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Manic. Boners! Let's see, we get one more. I haven't done Ice 3 yet. Let's do that one. Ice 3 looks very painful to me. Just a wave of spiky ice slamming down on you. Cecil gained a level. Alright, let's go pick up a chocobo and get the hell out of here. Meep. Chocobo. Modeling aging is a weird thing to do for exactly one guy narratively. It is, isn't it? That is kind of a weird thing, but yeah. And leveling Tella taking an obscene amount of XP. I hadn't noticed. Let's see. Well, Cecil, he just needs a couple hundred for level up. Same with the twins. Yeah. Yeah, old man needs like 7,000. Older version of D&D, if your character was over a certain age, you lose stats you age. I don't remember how the mechanic worked anymore. It's just that it was a thing. You sure became a paladin. Some of these people are still dicks, if I remember correctly. And see that you're also in great pain. Let me wish for you now. Doesn't mean that I've forgiven you. Yeah, I think the dancer still pigs you. Oh, you really became. Here you are! Man, unbelievable! What about? I felt guilty, but I had them spy on you, but it turned out that there was no need for it. That is the reason why we accompanied you. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I do understand. You did the right thing. I deserve it. But you have overcome your past and become the paladin. That sword! I received it on Mount Ordeals. The inscription upon this sword is exactly the same as the Mysidian legend. Brace yourselves, chat. Legend? We're getting prophesized up in here. One to be born from a dragon, hoisting the light and the dark, arises high up in the sky to the still land, veiling the moon with the light of eternity. It brings Another promise to Mother Earth with a bounty and mercy. The light called me son. What is that light? I do not know what it is, nor do I know what the legend means. Some dude just made it up. We Mysidians from generation to generation are told to wish for this legend. Pretty sure he means pray. And to believe in the one with the sacred light. Now I'm sure that you are the one. Chat, quick reminder, I hate prophecies. Fucking hate prophecies. In video games, in books, in movies, in comics. I'm just not a prophecy guy. I find them really, really boring. Now I must get rid of Golbez in a hurry. Oh, Tella! It's been a while. We have met him on the Mount Ordeals. Prophecy is easy when you know the script. This old man knows the legendary Meteo. What? Is the world in such a dire crisis to unseal Meteo? Remember when we killed like half your village to steal your shit? Bet you would've liked some Meteo about then. It seems so. I'll avenge Anna with my Meteo. Revenge? You mean Golbez took my daughter's life. I will make him pay for it with Meteo. Do not fight with vengeance, Tella. Moreover, you are in no condition to use Meteo. Even if the price is my life, I can't forgive Golbez. Foreshadowing? Foreshadowing. I thought you'd say so. You haven't changed. You too. That's a spicy Meteo. Cecil's become a paladin. If you join forces, you must go back to Baron and get the airship to fight Golbez on equal terms. Very well. I opened the Serpent Road. Go to Baron. I will confine myself in the Tower of Wishes and wish for you all, Paladin Cecil. Palam, Poram, you have completed your duty. Not over yet. You told us to help him. Please allow us to go with him. The Mount Ordeals accepted you and returned you alive. Thus, this must be your destiny. All right, tiny children. The mountain didn't kill you. I guess you can go throw yourselves into more danger. Cecil, Tella, please look after these two children. The one to be born from a dragon bit does not refer to Cecil. It makes a lot more sense in the unlocalized version. Yeah. Those interesting instances where knowing Tella's plan doesn't reduce the tension at all. Yeah. But you know what we can do, don't you? Right. Never worry. I am with you. Okay. I'm counting on you all. Thanks, old man. Calm down. Let's go. Now go to Baron through the Serpent Road to the right of this town. We will be wishing for not only you, but for all those living on this. Let's see here. No, they didn't move. We will trust you. Your light was so dim, but now it's dazzling. What is this Tower of Wishes? Well, first there's the Crystal Room, which, yeah, sorry about that. A little awkward. But you can hear this music on demand if you come back to the Tower of Wishes. Our elders have been wishing in this tower ever since. Ever since what? We wish to, for the sake of all those who live. The destiny is within your hands. The only thing I can do is to wish for all of you. Palam and Poram, behave yourselves and help Cecil. Go through the title screen music room. Let's see here. What kind of rods y'all using anyway? You don't even have a rod, you have a staff. You have a boring one. Honestly, it doesn't really matter for this next part. I told you, Paladin? You? Holy shit. Here's some stuff. Oh yeah, paladin equipment. Here we go. Map. Oh, I can afford that. No problem. Gets rid of that stupid mute status effect again. I mean, I can heal it off. I'll do it so it stops bothering you. Let's see. Get a bunch of those, get a couple of these, and then I think we only need like 2 of this one, maybe? Did I buy? I did. Alright, I gotta sell some of this shit. I got too much stuff in my inventory. Paladin shit. Paladin shit. Paladin shit. Paladin shit. I'm tanky boy now. The actual tanking Cecil. Population U. Put on your hat, Grandpa. Good man. Put on your jewelry, Grandpa. Alright, let's get rid of this crap. You can have my rod. Keep that. There's no ka-ching when you sell stuff. I really want a nice ka-ching. I forgot stuff doesn't naturally stack in this game. That's really weird. And you actually have to specify the quantity you're selling, too. Sort command! Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that's so much better, chat. I love it. Okay, great. 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 Boodle boodle boo. Okay. The hell out of my way. Get the in. Still 200. Ah, it's so expensive. Fine. I give. Good night. Everybody sleeps in the same bed. It's super creepy. And you're relaying my stupid peep. I mean, it's annoying to me too. I really don't like the hunched over sprites indicating status effects in battle. And even though mute on Cecil almost doesn't matter at all, it's still irritating. Oh no, this is a training room. That's right, Serpent Road was over here. The hell out my way. Alright, here we go, chat. I like the weirdly Metroid-y music here. DS version says voice acting, they don't let you rename anyone, but naming may exist. There's a whole thing with them. That's cool. Alright, back to Baron. King is giving us such a hard time. He was never like this before. Cecil, so you are alive. My father hasn't come home for a long time. Uh-oh. DS version worth a play playing a Marvel? I would definitely like to try it sometime. Very curious about that version. What's wrong with the king? He's changed. Sid was arrested for acting against him. A karate man was invited to lead the guardsmen. They're at the inn. I missed that Dark Knight. I kind of liked him. Gotta keep an eye on that kid. That door of the west building is the underpass of Castle Baron. Pet King, always inviting Karate Man. I wonder what Rose's parents have to say to me now. Mother, sorry. Rosa ran after you. Where is she right now? It's a little complicated. I'll explain later. And Dad says we have few customers these days because the soldiers are hanging around. Well, look who it is! Soldiers of the Castle Baron are acting terrible in here. Are the citizen prison in the castle for hiding the latest airship. Bring me refreshments. Who are you? Yang! It's me, Cecil. I became a paladin. Get him! Yes, sir! What the what? Schwack, schwack. They do a lot of damage, man. Even back road. Nobody stands up to lightning. Made for karate, by karate, of karate. Yang, it's me. I know that. It's karate. We must battle the karate. Alright, I need you. Ooh. Let's make him sick. Maybe that'll fix things. God, I love that noise. Wah! You're fighting the abstract idea of karate. Shut up! Ow! Why is that kick so much better? I hate it. I need her turn way sooner. Whoosh. I always love the sound for Virus. I have a story to tell about Virus later. Much later. These sequences so slow. I died first try in every major fight in this area. I don't think I had trouble with this, but tomorrow night, there's one that I had a real bad time with that I'll talk about. Oh, we murdered him. Whoops. Sorry, Yang. Sorry, bro. Oh, never mind, he's fine. Cecil! Leviathan attacked us, and I don't remember what happened after that. It seems you're being utilized by the Baron while you're amnesiac. This one needed a few more passes. I am sorry. Leviathan, that's their mascot. Leviathan. Where's Rydia and Edward? Rydia was swallowed by Leviathan. I don't know what happened to Edward. Rip to a real one. Rydia, we hardly knew ye. I see. Sad Cecil. I mean, that fucking sucks, man. That fucking sucks. Where am I? We're in Baron! Soldiers will hear us. Let's talk over there. Yang joined the party. Super upset by that as a kid, yeah. Beating the guards? That's great! Stay at my inn. It's free! I don't know what happened to Edward. Code for I don't care what happened to Edward. Who is this gentleman? Tello the Sage, Edward's father. Wait, what? I just glossed over that completely. Cecil said he's Edward's father. Father-in-law to be? Father figure? I don't know. My daughter loved him, even sacrificing her own life. Cecil gives a little fuck about Edward. He genuinely thinks Tella's his dad. I like that. That's canon now. I see. I am a karate master of Fabule. I'm the Mysidian genius, Bellom. Nobody cares. Go back to sleep. Please do not mind him. I'm his twin sister, Porom. You heard us, man. Stop it, Palom. I'm ashamed. Anyway, we must rescue Sid. Three vastly different notions all in the same dialogue box. It won't be easy to sneak into the castle, Darren. What is this? The key of Baron. Yeah, with this key, we can make it. Received, Baron. It's a key item. Sarah just power on through and finish the game tonight. No, I'm actually gonna stop here. I'm gonna hit the store real quick, see if I need to outfit Yang and anybody else with some new gear, and then I'm gonna go outside and save. We will pick up here tomorrow with our, never mind. Oh, wait. Aha. It is the master key of Baron, it is. Thunder, Cure, Fireclaw, Ice Claw, Thunder. What is he equipped with right now? Nothing! He was beating our ass with absolutely nothing. This fucker. Well, give me 2 of the zappy ones. I will actually be practical here. And give me one of these, too. Is this Cure Staff one of the ones that heals enemies when you hit them with it? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Skip. Equip a thunder, and a thunder, and you can have a thunder. And then headband, karate, and silver. Yes. Love that kind of cure stuff. It is neat. Yeah, use it for free heals. Just bonk your friends with it. Doubling his Thunderclaws does have effects that he applies his fist separately. I think the damage stacks. I think. Not 100% sure. But willing to give it a try. Let's see. There we go. Best thing is you get charmed with a cure stick, you're still good. That's also true, yeah. Alright, and with that, chat, we'll wander out into the world and save our game. Alright, so, we got a lot done tonight, chat. We did a whole lot. Cecil's a new man. He found the light. He saw the sign, and it opened up his eyes. Why, loot the place on optimal play. Maybe tomorrow, as a treat. We'll see. So yeah, tomorrow night, we'll get back here. We'll get into Baron. We'll see what's going on with all this suspicious kingly stuff. that's happening. Thursday, we will be doing an SNES import night. We'll be playing a whole bunch of requests that never officially made it to the States back in the day. You got one more night to request stuff for that if you so choose. Friday, we'll do some kind of variety night. Next issue of Nintendo Power starts on Saturday. That'll be November 1995. And then Final Fantasy IV should continue. We're going to vote on the best gameplay tonight. We'll continue Final Fantasy IV into next week as well. This is our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday game until we finish it. Thanks for streaming one of my favorite moments in gaming. Oh, it's my pleasure. This game has so many like notable moments in it. It's such a good time. So I'm really happy to be doing this. Really happy to be doing this with all y'all. But for now, chat, let's go see if there's anybody up that I can raid. Let's go see if anybody's around. I see some people. I do. Let's go hit up Dama. I feel like I haven't been able to raid them in ages. It feels like it's been so long. They're doing Hades too. Everybody likes Hades too. Nobody complains about it. Alright. Anyway, gang, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for joining me for night 2 of Final Fantasy IV. What we used to know as Final Fantasy II. Lots of good stuff tonight. We made a lot of progress. We basically made a big loop around the world. I don't know if you can tell that, but yeah, we basically closed the circuit coming back to Baron. So, where will we go from here? You gotta show up tomorrow night and find out. So hopefully I will see you then. Until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.